Hello, welcome and hey Gidra, welcome to my YouTube channel DP Vlogs. Today is going to be a very special vlog because it's going to be completely in English. No, that's not the reason why this is a very special vlog. There is another reason why this is going to be a very special vlog because today I'm going to share my experiences in getting an English speaking internships in Germany. So anyways, before starting that, we should move to a better place to actually talk about this stuff. So let's just go there. Okay, this place seems very nice. We can talk about this topic here. Okay, so before coming to Germany, I did my bachelor's in computer science, a master's in information systems, and had like one internship experience for 6 months, had 8 months of full-time experience as a software developer engineer in test. Before I talk about how you should apply, you should first note down what are your major skills and which field you want to go to. Because let's just take my example. I already had my bachelor's and master's degree, and my major expertise was in machine learning because I already had like 3 research papers published while studying in my master's. So apart from that, I already had experiences in big data because of my internship and my full-time experiences. So I'm already a qualified candidate in 2 of the major fields, which are machine learning and also in big data. However, I didn't want to limit myself to both fields because particularly the options on those fields are really limited in machine learning and in big data. So I just wanted to explore more in terms of web development and in DevOps. So what did I do? I tried to improve my resume. I actually built a web application and posted it online and kept a link onto my resume. So whenever a recruiter able to see my resume, he or she can actually click on the link and see that has some experience on web development. So in such a manner, if you're interested in mobile application development, you can also build some of the Android applications or iOS application. Just put some of the references into your resume so the recruiter can able to see that you also has some experiences on that. So in such a manner, in any field that you have interest, just make sure you have something to show for. You can't just write some of the courses or you have some online certification. Also add some of the project links such that there is some practical implementation into your resume, because there is a saying, you show what they believe. And if you don't show projects and practical experience, then most probably your resume is going to be end up in a garbage. Also, one other pro tip that I can give you is that any projects that you have done and any of the stuff that you have developed during your free time, just put it in your GitHub profile and just add that link into your resume. It always creates an impact. Okay, now comes the next part, that how did I actually apply. So the application, most of the application that I have actually sent is through LinkedIn. I actually searched through LinkedIn for my field in which I wanted to go. That are 3 different fields, that are data science, machine learning and web development. I applied for any of the companies that is remotely had some of the technical side that I actually had, and just tried out my luck. However, there are different types of platforms apart from LinkedIn in which you can actually apply. I link most of them below, so you can just check it out there. And also the one major thing that most of the people actually asked me, like what did I actually sent while applying to a particular company. It mostly depends on what is the company is actually asking from you, like whether it's they are asking for a cover letter, transcripts, resume or current certificate of enrollment. It depends on the company portal itself. I will give you my suggestion about the cover letter. I only wrote one cover letter and I just changed the company name whenever I have to apply for different companies, and that's it. I didn't actually improve my cover letter in any shape or form. But I would tell you one thing, that if you're getting rejected, make sure when you are improving yourself into different skills, just add those skills and mention about how did you actually learn there and how did you actually improve in those certain manner into your cover letter, and just update it. So let's just assume that you got shortlisted into a company and you're probably wondering how the interview experience is like. So let me give you an example. It's definitely not going to be the same as you give back home in India. As per my interview experiences goes, most of the companies that I have been shortlisted for asked for the skills they are actually looking for. So I will give you an example for Nuance. They were hiring for research engineer position, and they were particularly interested in the person who had some knowledge and some prior work experiences in the field of machine learning and had the skills for their technological framework. I find those interviews were fairly simple because they didn't drill you down in dynamic programming or in any trees question. They just want to make sure that you have the relevant skills based on what they are actually working on. If you don't have the skills for which they are looking for, then mostly you are going to get rejected. So it doesn't mean that you don't have to improve your coding skills. You definitely have to improve your coding skills. You should definitely do work hard on the lead code questions or in any of the coding platform that you want to do it, because they may ask some of the simple algorithmic questions like how to sort something, or try to give you some kind of greedy problem for which you need to be aware of and you need to solve it in a very optimal manner. So while editing this video, I saw that I missed out on one important part, is that there could be a step, there could be a pre-screening round before you get invited for a personal interview, and the pre-screening round may actually involve solving some of the use case in which the company is actually working on. Otherwise it's going to be a general question, like if the company is actually working for a web application project, then they're going to ask you to develop a web application, or if the company is working on a data science problem, they are going to ask you to solve a particular use case. But the one thing that makes the interview experiences here in Germany is quite different from back home is the culture experience part, because they really drill you down based on whether you are the person that going to work for the company, or you're interested in the company work and you are not a bad fit in the company's environment. The most of the interviews that I actually cleared and I had the opportunity to give them, I was drilled for more than 1 hour and have 30-minute interaction with the HR, or I had an interaction with the senior managers for the position in which they are hiring for. So in case if you're wondering what are the HR questions are consist of, it mainly consists of the questions that you usually found it in a very cliche form, like where do you see yourself in the near future, or how do you handle if you had some mishap with some of the colleagues, or how do you manage your time when you have studies in between and you have a deadline is approaching for the company which is relevant for them. For answering these kind of questions, you need to search to the web, or you have some experience, you can just write it down, so you are actually prepared for these kind of rounds. So the biggest question that every student is actually dreaming for is, how do you get into the FAANG companies in Germany? Well, there is a timeline. They usually hire starting from the month of September to the end of January. They get all of the student resume, and afterwards actually send out the coding test links to the shortlisted candidates, and I was able to shortlist into 2 FAANG companies. One of them is Amazon, another one is Apple, but I was not able to clear both of them during my internship days. But in future videos I will share my experience and my preparation, how I was able to crack the Amazon Berlin interview while I got rejected during my internship application in Amazon. So if you don't want to miss that, just hit the subscribe button below to get regular updates. But one thing I want to add, if you want to apply for internship for these FAANG companies, you need to make sure your coding skills are right up to the point and have some significant level, because for other companies in Germany they don't usually ask that much, but like these FAANG companies goes, they usually prefer those students who have really good coding skills. So last but not the least, but the most important question, how much money you will get while doing this kind of internships or getting a part-time job. Usually it vary around which city you're living in, but it's a standard of 12 euros per hour if you're getting paid in hourly basis. But if you're getting monthly, it depends on the company. Like in some company they usually offer as a full-time contract, for which they will pay you around 1600 to 1800, or they will just give you a part-time contract in which you will be able to earn around 800 to 1000 euros. So after giving all of this philosophy, let me just tell you how many offers that I actually received. So I got an offer from Deutsche Telekom IT as a machine learning intern. I also got an offer from Nuance Communication as a research engineer intern. I got an offer from Form Labs for their software testing intern, and I also had an offer from a startup company as a web development intern. So if you see all of those offers, you will able to see which fields that I already had some expertise in, which field I was able to bag offers from. If you see the pattern, you will able to understand if you had some relevant skills to the particular position that you are applying for, and you had some prior open source works that you have been doing, then your resume will definitely get shortlisted. There is no question about it, unless and until there are some other candidates who have had better and far better experiences than you have. But if you didn't had any of the internship experiences when you came here in Germany, then what should you do? The best advice that I can give you is to apply for an internship position under the supervision of the professor which you would like to work for. And also, if you know German, then definitely you have far more opportunities in which you can apply for. So if you're coming to Germany, I would definitely recommend to learn some basic German or some German up to a certain extent in which you can apply for these extra opportunities in which I was not able to. Apart from that, I think that's it. I actually covered every aspect about how you can go for a English speaking internship here in Germany. So if you have any doubts which I have not covered, and you have any other future doubts that you may get after seeing this video, then definitely comment down below. I will be really happy to answer all of them, or you can just DM me on Instagram at Deepankan. So until then, I will see you on the next video. But if you get something out of this video, then do like, share and subscribe for such videos in future. So until then, bye bye. But I will tell you what happened in my